All right, folks, gather round. Let me take you back to my Navy days. You know, when I signed up, I didn't realize the Navy was going to be all about early mornings, endless drills, and making sure my bed was tucked tighter than a submarine hatch. But that's what Navy boot camp is like. Wake up at the crack of dawn, march everywhere, and don't even think about leaving a wrinkle in your sheets. Trust me, a wrinkle in your bed is treated like a national emergency. One of the best parts of Navy life? The people. You build a camaraderie out there in the middle of the ocean that's hard to explain. When you're on a ship for months at a time, you get to know your shipmates really well, maybe even a little too well. You've got to find ways to keep the mood light, even when things get tough. You start to bond over the little things, like bad jokes. I remember this one time, we were out at sea for what felt like forever. One of my shipmates, bored out of his mind, turns to me and says, "Paul, do you know why the Navy is like a box of chocolates?" I give him a confused look and say, "Why?" And he goes, "Because you never know what you're going to get." I swear, I didn't know whether to laugh or groan. But out there, that's all you've got. Bad jokes and even worse punchlines. Navy life also meant learning to adapt. Living on a ship for months at a time is no small feat. You sleep in these tiny racks, and if you're lucky, you don't wake up with a bruise on your elbow from banging into the wall. Space is tight, the noise never stops, and the ocean has its own rhythm that you have to get used to. And when you do, it's like a whole new world. Sometimes I'd stand on the deck late at night, looking out over the open ocean. The stars would light up the sky, and for a moment, all the craziness of ship life would fall away. But make no mistake, we had our share of challenges. Long deployments, rough seas, and endless drills. But through it all, we had each other. And of course, those jokes. I'll never forget one night during a storm. The ship was rocking, waves crashing over the bow, and one of the guys yells, "Hey, Paul, why don't crabs donate to charity?" I shout back, "I don't know, why?" And he goes, "Because they're shellfish." And even in the middle of all that chaos, we all busted out laughing. That's Navy life for you, finding humor even when things are tough. So yeah, Navy life wasn't all smooth sailing, but the laughs and the people I served with made it worth it. The lessons I learned about responsibility, teamwork, and how to survive on dad jokes alone have stuck with me ever since. Now, years later, I'm here sharing those stories and those corny jokes with you. So if you liked what you heard, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, until next time, be safe and keep laughter alive.